nothing better to do.
My goodness. Prestige. See, I feel like I want to go like this.
Like, nice color thing.
But that's just too... It's a little too far. It just doesn't hit the same. Okay, so my birthday was yesterday. I turned 20. Period. Like, we're grown. We're grown. My sister is over here in the corner watching me film this. I don't know why, but hey, that's none of my business. So today I thought that I would do like a 19 things that I learned while being 19, because why not? Like, I feel like my channel, what I've done recently, it's a little too serious. So I feel like I need something a little more laid back. That's why we're on my bed with my comfy pillow thing. If you don't have one of these already, I highly recommend you get one. See, I have a wine glass here filled with water because it's currently 12:21 p.m. and I have work in a couple of hours, or else this would have been filled with something else. So we're just gonna go through 19 things I learned while being 19. You know, it's nothing like too serious. Some of them are serious, some of them not so serious. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's just start off. Like, number one, I learned that hair grows. Like, I already knew this from before because I've cut my hair short before, but not as short as I did when I was 18. And it's been 2 years since I last cut my hair, and like, it's grown. I can insert like a picture from December and then you can see me now, and my hair has grown so much in those past 7 months. It's crazy. So if you're on your hair growth journey, just know that hair does grow. You just have to like almost stop paying attention to it. And I think I'm gonna do a video about that, but that's point number one. So for point number two, I realized I need to give myself a break sometimes. Like, I feel like I'm so serious. I feel like the AC always turns on as soon as I'm doing a video.
Every single time.
Every single time. Every single time, that's when the AC decides to turn on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like I'm just so serious all the time, and like I just have I have really high expectations for myself, like not only for school but for like anything that I put my time into. But I feel like I just need to give myself a break and to calm down sometimes, and to realize that not everything is as serious as I think it is, you know? Third thing is that going to therapy is scary, but it's so worth it. Like, I only had a couple of sessions, and then I did more so of like a group session thing at my school. I went to therapy, and even those few sessions literally just like, it was just resonating through me for those few weeks. Like, and it still resonates through me. Like, even my second one was something that I learned while going to therapy. So if you have the resources to do it, if you're in like post-secondary education, normally you can get like some sort of therapy, some sort of counseling. I highly recommend it. Even if it's just a couple of sessions, like those sessions, like I said, I only did 2 like one-on-one sessions, and I did like a whole group session for, I think it was like 8 weeks or something. Completely worth it. I love it. Number 4, the government is lying. They can afford it. They just don't want to. Indigenous people in Canada are struggling, and they've been struggling. And as soon as this pandemic hit, the government was able to give $8,000 over a course of a few months to, Asia, please, to almost everyone that had a job before. But when for how many years these indigenous people have been fighting for basic human rights. It's absolutely nothing. It's crickets. It's crickets. That's it. That's it. Number 5 is to get your own socks. The girls be stealing socks every single time I put them in my shoes. It's like I have socks and then I don't have socks. If you live in a household that's not just by yourself, you're not going crazy. People are stealing your socks, and it's not the laundry machine, okay? It's other people in your house that are taking your socks. That's why you need to get your own. You need to get your own colors of socks. And anytime you see those color of socks and someone else is wearing those color socks, you say, what are you doing with my socks? That's it. Number 6 is that I feel like it kind of goes into number 2, that I need to stop micromanaging my body and like my appearance. I feel like I do that a lot. Like I feel like there's things that I look at myself and I'm like, man, like this could look better, this could look better, this could be lighter, this could be darker, my ass could be fatter, you know, like all these things. And I feel like everybody does this, and if you don't like what you see, then there's only 2 things that you can do. You can try and change it, or you can learn to accept it. And you know, it's just, I feel like we all need to be a little nicer to ourselves and to our bodies, especially women. Like, we go through a lot. We need to give ourselves a break sometimes. Number 7 is that it's okay to buy things for myself. I just spent the most amount of money that I have ever spent on clothes in one sitting, misguided. And I just did that a couple of days ago. That's the most money I've ever spent on clothes for myself in one sitting. And even still, I feel like that's probably the most I've ever spent on clothes. I just don't like spending money on clothes. It's just not for me. But I need new clothes. Also with this camera. This camera was a lot of money. I told my friend Rifa that I got this camera. She was shocked. Because like I said, I just don't spend money like that. For number 8, I say that I need to listen to myself a little bit more. You know, sometimes I feel like everybody has this. It's like we look a little too much into what other people think, you know? And if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I should have went back to school this year. I feel like I should have just worked and spent money. And not spent money, but like saved money, you know? But, you know, what can I do? I'm already here. But, you know, sometimes I just need to listen to myself more, you know, and know what's better for me rather than listening to other people, you know? Number 9 also has to do with school. And this is, sometimes no matter how hard you try, you're really not gonna get the mark you want. And that's just on period. Like you can try your hardest. Like for this one course, I tried so hard. I tried to understand everything. The professor was I tried so hard. And I still didn't end up with the mark that I originally wanted. And you know, sometimes you just have to realize that that's okay, that that's life, you know? And I feel like you can apply that to like everything, but especially school. I feel like, especially our generation now, like we care so much about marks. And like obviously marks are important, don't get me wrong, depending on what you're doing. But girl, sometimes you just have to accept it, and you just have to like be thankful. Like sometimes you just have to be glad that you passed the course. That's it. You just have to be happy that you passed the course, because sometimes it really just be that difficult. Number 10 is that people will go do mission work in other Black countries where it's predominantly Black, and they'll post their pictures on Instagram and they'll be like, oh, they've changed my life, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to Black rights in their own country, it's crickets. There's no posting. Not even a couple of story posts. It's crickets for them. Okay? And if you think that I'm subtweeting you, I probably am. If you think this is directed to you, it probably is. Okay? Do better. Because that's kind of scary. That's scary and that's weird. Number 11 is that gas is very expensive in a 2005 Ford Escape. That's the car I drive currently. It's very expensive, especially when there is, I think it's like 200 and maybe 256,000, 55,000 kilometers. It's real expensive. Like when I was going to school, I was spending $60 a week. Okay, a week. Why am I spending $240 a month on gas? Ah! Electric chair. Anyway, number 12, water is good, and so are avocados. I always knew water is good. I've been drinking water for my whole life, but you know, just this year I had a very good relationship with water, I feel like. But avocados, I used to hate avocados. I used to hate them, like the texture of it I didn't like, but now I still don't like it on its own per se, but I can eat like an avocado toast. I don't have to have anything on the avocado just to eat. I can just have like toast and then put avocado on it and I'm okay. Like I've mainly, for most of my like sandwiches that I would normally add cheese to, I've kind of replaced it almost with avocado. But yeah, so avocado is delicious. Number 13 is if you're going to shave your face, please use a clean razor. Girl, my skin was flourishing. I feel like I've talked about this a few times on my channel by now. My skin was flourishing in November 2019. And I went and I shaved my face with a dull blazer, I think. Did I say a dull blazer?
Yes.
A dull razor. And the girls started breaking out. And I'm still trying to, like, my skin is finally starting to clear up, but that was in December and it's July. Just use a clean razor, okay? If you don't know if it's clean, just go buy a new one. It's not that serious. Go out with your hairy face if you need to, okay? Please just use a clean razor. I'm begging you. Number 14, I feel like I also learned this in, like, when I was 18. Yeah, 18 too, but especially now, like I see it a lot more too now, that some people are very, very smart. It's very true. Some people are very smart, but then some people are just really good at cheating, and that's just something that we all have to accept. And sometimes the smart people people who are very, very smart are also just very, very good at cheating. You see, it's just, people are good at cheating. And if you are struggling to get those good marks and everyone else in your class is doing so well, but you know that you shouldn't be struggling with this course, everyone else is cheating in that course except you. That's just it. That's just what it is. You're welcome for making you feel a little bit better about yourself. I don't know. But you don't go and rat out cheaters. Like, don't do that. That's wrong. That's like bad karma. But I'm just saying. Okay, number 15. This is something that I definitely learned this year, that So if you watch my first video that I uploaded since I've been back on YouTube, very first one, the why I dropped out of university, that I think something like that, then you would know that I left university because it was super far away from my family, and I didn't like that. Like, I wanted to come back home because I wanted to be close with my family. And so this year I realized, since I've been home for about a year now, I've realized that living alone was never my issue. And I feel like I said, I feel like I knew that before, but I especially learned that when I was 19, because that's when I made the decision to come back home. That living alone was never the issue. It was always just not being able to see my family. You know, I feel like I'm a Cancer, obviously. So I feel like family and home is very important to me in that sense. So not being around them when I wanted to be around them was very difficult for me. But I feel like living alone wasn't difficult for me. Like, I very much enjoyed living on residence. Not living on residence per se, but I enjoyed living alone. I enjoyed having my own space, you know, sort of thing. I enjoyed having a routine that no one else could like impose on. Oh, so number 16 ties into that last one, is that my family is literally my whole heart. Like, I love my family so much. Number 17 was that I need to branch out more. I need to come out of my comfort zone. I need to take a risk. You know, I feel like with therapy, going to therapy, I took a risk doing that. Like, that's something that I wouldn't normally do, but I did, and I'm really glad that I did. Coming back on YouTube, that was taking a risk, and I'm glad that I did it because I enjoy doing it, you know. I just need to do a little more. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but I feel like, you know, slowly but surely, you know, that sort of thing. Number 18 is that wine is good. Like, I really enjoy wine. I've kind of branched out of the more sweet wine. I'm more into like the Riesling type of vibe. You know, I'm getting into that drier type wine because I'm not a juice person. Like I said, I always drink water. So when I was drinking the sweet wine, I'm like, okay, this is too sweet. This is a little too sweet. So I'm very glad that there's different types of wine, and there's wines that I enjoy enough to drink and it doesn't like feel too sweet for me, you know. And I'm trying to, like, I want to be a wine connoisseur. Like, I want to be that auntie who's like drinking wine on her porch, you know, just like chilling, like, oh, go get me this little child, like, please. And then just, and finally, number 19 is that YouTube is so much fun. Like, filming videos is so much fun, and I always knew this, but I'm just a little upset that I didn't continue doing YouTube sooner, you know. Like, I feel like I could have continued, but I was like, one, I was too scared, and two, I was like too busy. But it's always been something in the back of my head, and I'm very glad that I decided to start back up. And yeah, that is it. I'm not sure how long this video is gonna be because currently it's about 26 minutes, and I've just been like, I don't really think I messed up too much, so we'll see what I cut in and what I cut out. But yeah, that is the video. Like I said, this was a more chill video. You know, I'm in a sweater, I'm in like shorts, that's why you can see my knees. I'm on my bed. Okay, we are chilling in this video. So I hope you guys are chilling too. That is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video.